Okay, so picked the car up Saturday. They did wash it, I'll give them that, but they don't really buff it or detail it or wax it or any of that stuff, nor should you really. I mean, maybe you should expect them to, but they didn't. So I did all that yesterday, spent a good 5 hours, just about 5 hours doing it, so it was wild. The results are pretty good though. The black is restored compared to my other video and photo. This now feels slick versus tacky and almost dry. Got rid of the scratch that I videoed before, right there. It's gone. The scratches on the hood. Actually, the hood's most important, so take a look at that. The hood was problematic. It's always been problematic for me on any car that I own. But, barring reflections of me, it's actually pretty good. It came out good. Really happy with the results, given how much time I put into it. Except for this. At the very end, pulling out all the wax residue that happens, there was a ton that was gathered in here. Next time I'm gonna have to tape this all the seams up. Like this seam, there are a lot of little seams in the car, like over here. I need touch of paint for that. There, especially over here. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing a spot that I missed right in there. I'm gonna take care of that soon. Actually, take care of it now. So you gotta get in there. Let's get all the way in there. So here it is. That's the spot that I missed. Let's just check the other side. A little bit, nothing crazy. All right, cool. So let's close it. Interesting, this hood has two locking areas, I guess hooks. So you have to make sure you close it evenly. The other day I grabbed it from this side and pushed it down, and that side hadn't fully locked. So keep that in mind. With the XC40 from Volvo, specifically. But anyway, going back to this. So I was cleaning this, and I gave the car this. That's me. That's all me. I can ask. 5 hours in, pretty exhausted. I probably should have took a step back, but I pushed forward in this. So now I have some touch-up paint coming. Let's see if that works out. Oh, here's something pretty cool. Kickstep. That's the trick. A lot of people say it's tricky, whatever. It's because they're trying to engage it how they would engage a traditional, by swinging your legs around in there and whatever else. Some donations, some gym bags, some other bags, lawn chair. You gotta always have a chair in the car just in case, especially with an EV grocery run. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update as to where the car paint is after a day or two. And besides the charger being a little bit janky looking, it's the original Volvo charger, but it's a little bit beat up. And the fact that it Hertz / Carvana, or Hertz Carvana marketplace, in this case it was a Hertz car that I wanted from Orlando. They wouldn't ship it, so I had to get it through Hertz and pay them to deliver. So only comes with one key. Volvo charges quite a bit of money for a second key, $700 for what is effectively a $30 key from China, because as we know, this car is built and most of the parts are from China. So a $30 key from China, and programming that, yeah, okay, maybe 2 hours of programming might be needed. I'll give you that, although I've done ECU tunes on an ICE car in much less time than 2 hours, so it's just a dealer profit center. But $700 for a key and programming, that's crazy. That's a huge upcharge. There's cheaper ways to do it. I'm trying to figure out if anyone in Georgia has the software already that they already paid for, and I would pay them not $700, but I'll pay them whatever they would want in order to get the key programmed. And I would just order a key from eBay or from AliExpress, because they are the same keys. The cool thing is that you can get a special key that you wouldn't normally get with the car. So for instance, if you wanted to get, although I wouldn't recommend it, a yellow or orange key, those are usually, they mean something to Volvo, the yellow and the orange. So I probably wouldn't get that, but you can get, other key fobs, whatever else. And the reason you would need a second key fob, not just because of the locking out situation, But it's because Volvo ID, the app that Volvo makes for owners, for the ownership experience, requires all registered keys to be in the car as part of its process. Which is wild. So you need all keys in the car, which in theory means I could buy a second key, get it programmed somewhere else, not at a Volvo dealer, and then come to find out this key has multiple keys out in the wild. Unlikely, but it could happen, right? And all those keys are still registered to the car and need to be deleted. So that would suck. And for that reason, it might be worth going to the dealer. However, if somebody has it, the Vita and the software needed, they could probably go in there and do it all themselves. There's some other cool things within not Vita but Orbit that would be kind of cool. Like I'm not sure if there's any EV options that could be unlocked, like throttle response. I will say off the line, this is a fast car, don't get me wrong, crazy fast how fast this car is. The issue I have is off a red light, when you press the accelerator in an ICE car, my turbo cars, whatever, I'm used to some sort of response. And this one, you kind of have to put it down, press it a little bit more, and then the car's like, okay, sure, we want to go. That could be a pain in the ass at a stoplight. Other than that, this thing drives really well. The steering firmness, I had some issues with it on a test drive. It was a neighborhood test drive. They wouldn't take me on the highway. So I felt really light, which is kind of good, I guess, in a parking lot, right? In a neighborhood. But I will say, after driving this for a few days, once you enable firm steering feel in the center console, it does firm up. It's